So I'll look at Cowan, I'll look at Minton, I'll look at the first, I'll look at Ben Danford and say, not that these guys are trading for their jobs, but it kind of feels that way. And also when you look at what Florida's done and what Tampa's done and look around the Atlantic, it's like
Yeah.
the Blue Jays in the 80s looking around and seeing the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees saying, even if we get 100 wins, we're not going to make it into the playoffs.
I know, but you know what? You know what I would be thinking if I'm in Toronto's front office, and I was never in the front office, so I don't have this kind of experience. But I look at what Florida gave up, and they gave up a promising young goaltender, but for the
Yep.
time being wasn't going to be the starter, right? Like, and you can make a move which they already made to replace him, so you mitigate that risk. If you're Tampa Bay, you went heavy on giving up picks, and you gave up Mikey Asamont, who nice player,
Yeah.
but doesn't have the impact that Bjorkstrand or Gord is going to have. So if I'm Toronto and I'm looking at the marketplace and I say I'm calling Team X and it's like, yeah, well, we want Cowan or we want Minton. It's like, well, actually, Tampa didn't have to give up their prospect that's going to play for their team in a couple of years and could be a really good player. Florida didn't have to do that. So let's talk about other guys. And if that's a non-starter, then it
Mm-hmm.
makes things harder for Toronto because you don't want to be the team that gave up, the guy who's going to go out and play 800 games, get 400, 500 points. And then what if it was all for naught? I guess that's how I would look at things based on what has been given up in these significant deals that have been made in the Atlantic Division.